Machine. 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 Machines have replaced human labor in many industries. Machines have replaced human labor in many industries. Machinery. 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 Some of the factory's machinery was damaged in the fire. Some of the factory's machinery was damaged in the fire. Mad. 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 They realized that he had gone mad. They realized that he had gone mad. Magazine. 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 He writes articles for a monthly magazine. He writes articles for a monthly magazine. Magic. 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 He suddenly appeared as if by magic. He suddenly appeared as if by magic. Mail. 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 We do our business by mail. We do our business by mail. Maine. 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 Poor housing and unemployment are the main problems. Poor housing and unemployment are the main problems. Mainly. 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 Where do you export to? France, mainly. Where do you export to? France, mainly. Maintain. 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 The two countries have always maintained close relations. The two countries have always maintained close relations. Major. 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 We have encountered major problems. We have encountered major problems. Majority. 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 The majority was in favor of banning smoking. The majority was in favor of banning smoking. Make. 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 She makes her own clothes. She makes her own clothes. Makeup. 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 She never wears makeup. She never wears makeup. Male. 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 All the attackers were male, aged between 25 and 30. All the attackers were male, aged between 25 and 30. Mall. 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 Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the mall. Man. 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 The damage caused by man to the environment is great. The damage caused by man to the environment is great. Manage. 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 How did you manage to persuade him? How did you manage to persuade him? Management. 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 The store is now under new management. The store is now under new management. Manager. 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 He wants to meet the hotel manager. He wants to meet the hotel manager. Manner. 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 She answered in a businesslike manner. She answered in a businesslike manner. Manufacture. 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 This company manufactures the equipment used to make contact lenses. This company manufactures the equipment used to make contact lenses. Manufacturer. 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 Always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Manufacturing. 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 Many jobs in manufacturing were lost during the recession. Many jobs in manufacturing were lost during the recession. Many. 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 We don't have very many copies left. We don't have very many copies left. Map. 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 Can you find the Black Hills on the map? Can you find the Black Hills on the map? March. 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 He was born in March. He was born in March. 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 Soldiers were marching up and down outside the government buildings. Soldiers were marching up and down outside the government buildings. Mark. 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 Do not open any mail marked confidential. Do not open any mail marked confidential. Market. 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 There is a nice fish market down the street. There is a nice fish market down the street. Marketing. 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 Persuasion is one of the most valuable skills in marketing. Persuasion is one of the most valuable skills in marketing. Marriage. 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 This is his second marriage. This is his second marriage. Married. 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 How long have you been married? How long have you been married? Marry. 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 He was 36 when he married. He was 36 when he married. Mass. 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 The sky was full of dark masses of clouds. The sky was full of dark masses of clouds. Massive. 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 The explosion made a massive hole in the ground. The explosion made a massive hole in the ground. Master. 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 They lived in fear of their master. They lived in fear of their master. Match. 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 I watched a football match on TV. I watched a football match on TV. Matching. 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 I bought a pine table with 4 matching chairs. I bought a pine table with 4 matching chairs. Mate. 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 He invited all his classmates to the party. He invited all his classmates to the party. Material. 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 What material is this dress made out of? Cotton. What material is this dress made out of? Cotton. Math. 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 He is a good math teacher. He is a good math teacher. Matter. 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 They had important matters to discuss. They had important matters to discuss. Maximum. 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 For maximum effect, do the exercises every day. For maximum effect, do the exercises every day. May. 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 May is the 5th month of the year. May is the 5th month of the year. Maybe. 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 Are you going to sell your house? Maybe. Are you going to sell your house? Mayor. 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 I met the mayor of New York. I met the mayor of New York. Me. 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 Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Meal. 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 Try not to eat between meals. Try not to eat between meals. Mean. 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 What does this sentence mean? What does this sentence mean? Meaning. 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 What's the meaning of this word? What's the meaning of this word? Means. 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 Is there any means of contacting him? Is there any means of contacting him? Meanwhile. 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 The doctor will see you again next week. Meanwhile, you must rest as much as possible. The doctor will see you again next week. Meanwhile, you must rest as much as possible. Measure. 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 A ship's speed is measured in knots. A ship's speed is measured in knots. Measurement. 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 Accurate measurement is very important in science. Accurate measurement is very important in science. Meat. 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 I ate meat and rice. I ate meat and rice. Media. 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 The media was accused of influencing the final decision. The media was accused of influencing the final decision. Medical. 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 Her medical condition is not good. Her medical condition is not good. Medium. 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 Cook over a medium heat for 15 minutes. Cook over a medium heat for 15 minutes. Meet. 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 Let's meet for a drink after work. Let's meet for a drink after work. Meeting. 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 The meeting was postponed. The meeting was postponed. Melt. 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 First, melt 2 ounces of butter. First, melt 2 ounces of butter. Member. 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 How much does it cost to become a member? How much does it cost to become a member? Membership. 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 Who is eligible to apply for membership in the association? Who is eligible to apply for membership in the association? Memory. 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 He suffered loss of memory for weeks after the accident. He suffered loss of memory for weeks after the accident. Mental. 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 Do you have a mental picture of what it will look like? Do you have a mental picture of what it will look like? Mentally. 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 I felt extremely fit, both physically and mentally. I felt extremely fit, both physically and mentally. Mention. 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 Did she mention where she was going? Did she mention where she was going? Menu. 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 What's on the menu tonight? What's on the menu tonight? Mere. 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 It took her a mere 20 minutes to win. It took her a mere 20 minutes to win. Merely. 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 He said nothing, merely smiled and watched her. He said nothing, merely smiled and watched her. Mess. 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 My hair's a real mess. My hair's a real mess. Message. 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 There were no messages for me at the hotel. There were no messages for me at the hotel. Messy. 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 The house was always messy. The house was always messy. Metal. 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 The frame is made of metal. The frame is made of metal. Method. 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 I will try a new method to solve the problem. I will try a new method to solve the problem. middle, middle, middle. He was standing in the middle of the room. He was standing in the middle of the room. Might, might, might. He might get there in time, but I can't be sure. He might get there in time, but I can't be sure. Mild, mild, mild. Use a soap that is mild to the skin. Use a soap that is mild to the skin. Mile, mile, mile. The nearest bank is about half a mile down the street. The nearest bank is about half a mile down the street. Military, military, military. We may have to take military action. We may have to take military action. Milk, milk, milk. Do you take milk in your tea? Do you take milk in your tea? Milligram, milligram, milligram. A milligram is a 1,000th of a gram. A milligram is a 1,000th of a gram. Millimeter, millimeter, millimeter. A millimeter is a 1,000th of a meter. A millimeter is a 1,000th of a meter. Mind, mind, mind. There was no doubt in his mind that he'd get the job. There was no doubt in his mind that he'd get the job. Mine, mine, mine. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. Mineral, mineral, mineral. You should eat food which contains minerals. You should eat food which contains minerals. Minister, minister, minister. A minister is a senior member of the government who is in charge of a government department. A minister is a senior member of the government who is in charge of a government department. Ministry, ministry, ministry. He is the ministry spokesperson. He is the ministry spokesperson. Minor, minor, minor. There may be some minor changes to the schedule. There may be some minor changes to the schedule. Minority, minority, minority. For a minority, the decision was a disappointment. For a minority, the decision was a disappointment. Minute, minute, minute. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be back in a few minutes. Mirror, mirror, mirror. He looked at himself in the mirror. He looked at himself in the mirror. Miss, miss, miss. How many goals has he missed this season? How many goals has he missed this season? Missing, missing, missing. 2 files have gone missing. 2 files have gone missing. Mistake, mistake, mistake. It's easy to make a mistake. It's easy to make a mistake. Mistaken, mistaken, mistaken. I thought I saw someone I knew, but I must have been mistaken. I thought I saw someone I knew, but I must have been mistaken. Mix, mix, mix. Oil and water do not mix. Oil and water do not mix. Mixed, mixed, mixed. The weather has been very mixed recently. The weather has been very mixed recently. Mixture, mixture, mixture. Add the eggs to the mixture and beat well. Add the eggs to the mixture and beat well. Mobile, mobile, mobile. Mobile libraries are so useful. Mobile libraries are so useful. Model, model, model. I bought a model airplane. I bought a model airplane. Modern, modern, modern. Stress is a major problem of modern life. Stress is a major problem of modern life. Mom, mom, mom. Where's my mom? Where's my mom? Moment, moment, moment. Could you wait a moment, please? Could you wait a moment, please? Monday, Monday, Monday. Are you busy next Monday? Are you busy next Monday? Money, money, money. The money is much better in my new job. The money is much better in my new job. Monitor, monitor, monitor. I bought a PC with a 17-inch color monitor. I bought a PC with a 17-inch color monitor. Month, month, month. We're moving next month. We're moving next month. Mood, mood, mood. She's in a good mood today. She's in a good mood today. Moon, moon, moon. There's no moon tonight. There's no moon tonight. Moral, moral, moral. There's a decline in moral standards in the society. There's a decline in moral standards in the society. Morally, morally, morally. He felt morally responsible for the accident. He felt morally responsible for the accident. More, more, more. I can't stand much more of this. I can't stand much more of this. Moreover, moreover, moreover. A talented artist, he was, moreover, a writer of some note. A talented artist, he was, moreover, a writer of some note. Morning, morning, morning. See you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow morning. Most, most, most. Who do you think will get the most votes? Who do you think will get the most votes? Mostly, mostly, mostly. Mostly, I feel like sleeping. Mostly, I feel like sleeping. Mother, mother, mother. I want to buy a present for my mother and father. I want to buy a present for my mother and father. Motion, motion, motion. Do not exit while the train is still in motion. Do not exit while the train is still in motion. Motor, motor, motor. He started the motor. He started the motor. Motorcycle, motorcycle, motorcycle. There was a motorcycle accident on the main road yesterday. There was a motorcycle accident on the main road yesterday. Mount, mount, mount. He mounted the platform and addressed the crowd. He mounted the platform and addressed the crowd. Mountain, mountain, mountain. There is still snow on the mountain tops. There is still snow on the mountain tops. Mouse, mouse, mouse. She crept upstairs, quiet as a mouse. She crept upstairs, quiet as a mouse. Mouth, mouth, mouth. She opened her mouth to say something. She opened her mouth to say something. Move, move, move. The bus was already moving when I jumped onto it. The bus was already moving when I jumped onto it. Movement. 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 Loose clothing gives you greater freedom of movement. Loose clothing gives you greater freedom of movement. Movie. 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 The movie was shot on location in Florida. The movie was shot on location in Florida. Moving. 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 He gave a moving speech. He gave a moving speech. Mr. 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 Brown arrived late. Mr. Brown arrived late. Mrs. 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 Susan Hill is a kind woman. Mrs. Susan Hill is a kind woman. Ms. 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 Jean Murphy will lead us to the meeting room. Ms. Jean Murphy will lead us to the meeting room. Much. 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 How much water do you need? How much water do you need? Mud. 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 Your boots are covered in mud. Your boots are covered in mud. Multiply. 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 The children are already learning to multiply and divide. The children are already learning to multiply and divide. Murder. 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 He was found guilty of murder. He was found guilty of murder. Muscle. 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 He felt every muscle in his body tighten. He felt every muscle in his body tighten. Museum. 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 He went to the Science Museum. He went to the Science Museum. Music. 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 She could hear music playing somewhere. She could hear music playing somewhere. Musical. 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 She's very musical. She's very musical. Musician. 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 He is a rock musician. He is a rock musician. Must. 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 Cars must not park in front of the entrance. Cars must not park in front of the entrance. My. 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 Where's my passport? Where's my passport? Myself. 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 I found myself unable to speak. I found myself unable to speak. Mysterious. 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 He died in mysterious circumstances. He died in mysterious circumstances. Mystery. 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 It's a complete mystery to me why they chose him. It's a complete mystery to me why they chose him.